Mouse lost his thing again. Maybe I should tape it on, but I don't at the moment. Ooh, I open settings. Also, I just realized there's a clicking button next to that, but I never use it. Are you sure? Yes, because I didn't change anything, so it doesn't matter. Hello. Let's continue this. I need to just, while I'm doing that, just want to double check the numbers. Check if it's numbers there. I didn't do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's obviously. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do okay. Load. So, Okay. Cuphead making. So I'll do that later because I can do that really quickly. Okay, why did it skip? That is great. That is annoying when it does it. No, go away. Okay, get rabbits, get rabbits. Oh wait, oh wait. Because I could do tomorrow, that means I've got one more. One more I can do. Because I can do making, bakers from yesterday. That means Saturday's gonna be a lot. A lot, a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Two, I'm gonna be making because I've been. No, it's still gonna be more making because it'll be on Monday whether we do making. If that's the case, I might as well do the two so let's do these two. I want to do that. So 5 on this day. Cuphead making review. So yeah, 6 on this day. Cuphead making review.
A little better. I've taken the time out of my day to appear on your For You page. I know, I'm amazing. Leave your praise in the comments below. To make your scrolling experience just a little better, I've taken the time out of my day to appear on your For You page. I know, I'm amazing. Leave your praise in the comments below. To make your scrolling experience just a little better, I've taken the time out of my day to appear on. Come out of.
And I'm going to relish the fact that I found the Batcave and discovered Batman's secret.
The brand new game. Hashtag brand new. Hashtag game. Hashtag we. The copies don't have a shadow. No, it's a shadow. Wait, it is? No, the shadows don't have a. The copies don't have a shadow. No, you see, it's kind of like, can't you just delusion a ground?
And I'm going to relish the fact.
Seems today that all
And I'm going to relish the fact that I found.
Good joke. Me and Family Guy. Hashtag me, hashtag AI, hashtag Family Guy. It's CapCut. Oh, thank you.
As you know, I keep a list.
Seems today that all you see is violence in the weak.
And I'm going to relish the fact that I found the bat.
Seems today.
Of all my friends.
Okay, so wait, one over. No, it's only two, so I'll do. So I'll just do one more.
To make your scrolling experience just a little better, I've taken the time.
your scrolling sprint.
Yeah.
Scream or commit a felony. I'll decide in the...
Ice cream or felony. Hashtag ice cream. Hashtag felony. Hashtag going out. The decision. Okay, so let's try this before I'm just going to... Okay. the time problem. Hashtag problem. Hashtag time. Hashtag Cuphead. Technically, I still use hashtag, but I use hashtag in like hashtag goodbye, hashtag yeah, the old fashioned like hashtag that you still have on like Facebook and TikTok. But I do that because I'm an idiot and I think it's funny. So I still do it because it's stupid. I still use the tags if you like have seen before. I think you've seen like me put tags to and that's why I'm like sometimes being because it's just me just putting tags to shit. But I like doing it, so I'm carrying on doing it, and no one's gonna stop me because it's funny. Wait, what? Shit, I didn't see that. It's like MOP, which is like, it's a thing, it's not a thing, it's kind of a bit of both. It's,
I heard you were sad and going through struggles, so I am now here to give you help. Now let me
What? What do you mean? That's the funniest line. What do you mean my wife was a activist? What? Oh, this is stupid. Also, I like Danganronpa music. What? No, no. No. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do. Yay! Thank you. There's 6. There's 6. So yeah, this is gonna be a long one, ain't it? Let's start anyway. So, usually on these earliers or laters or this or that or blah, because I've got a bit of like doing a bit of work later, I don't usually do one of the long ones. I think you can see that there, my nose is stuffy. But I try and keep it down. But, because the next couple of days are going to be a bit of a merger, I am merging seasons together. And, because the timing is right and the stars aligned, I'm getting rid of Psych with the final 3 seasons, season 6 to 9, all on one video. So, I'm going to talk about it overall, and I'm going to talk about the finer points later. Also, I just want to make sure I get the episode right. That's what I'm getting the thing. And I saw Tomorrow Plus One, and that's exciting. Anyway, that's besides the point. I haven't even watched it yet. So, yeah. Let's get on to that. So, this will be this season, season 6. And besides one season, which is only going to appear for one bit, I'm just going to use these and then change it. I know I don't need to. I know it is true. But I'm going to do it anyway, so let's do it. Anyway, the only thing that I want to talk about in this section is the fact that the whole thing has Sean's dad working as sort of like the head of the consultants agency, and you get the dynamic of a lot of the stuff, and a lot of jokes are really funny. Like there's one joke where it's like, you're gonna hire my cat. I'm not. Dad, he's hired. They don't do it too often, but that is just one of the funniest jokes. And again, he loses the position. I think I've said this when I was talking about season 5. He loses the position. He quits. But I wished they did it for season 7 and 8. I can't think. But yeah. With season 7 has, in my opinion, the best episode Psych has ever done. And I say that firmly. Which is Turn Right or Left for Dead. Which is essentially like a what if. A small what if. It's basically, what if I didn't give my jacket and all this didn't happen. And you had 2 choices. You have left and you have right. because the whole thing's about like, I'm not a psychic. The whole show is about I'm faking it, and one person who I'm slowly falling in love with, which is Julianne, finds out, and she reacts fairly because she's been lied to before. Her family, not her parents, but her, like a lot of people who go out with her mother, including her father, weren't exactly reliable people. So with this, all of this being said, this sort of like has this like pattern, and I like how she sort of treats it, looks at it, understands it, but it's still messed up. It is still bad and really horrible. But with all that, it's really interesting to look at and think about her reaction. And then at a certain point, it's revealed he goes into the chief's office. Chief, she goes in, covering for me. I'm like, what? It's the same thing, but I'm going to mention it again. But it's so interesting, man. It's like, covering for me. He looks at it and was like, I'm going to say, you told me to do this. You asked me to do this. And then it's like, nope, it's a bit unfair. And it's like, it's really interesting, man. It's like, to be fair with Sean's wasn't at first put in a position where he had a choice. He could do these things where he sort of can like read and understand people, but because of certain things, and the fact that he was like, oh, I've just reported all these crimes because I think this person's guilty, and I was like, I think you're guilty. But at a certain point, he could have revealed himself. But it's really interesting. You can tell this one is different. There's a different image. So yeah, you couldn't really tell between the last two. So that's fun that I did it at all. But yeah. Season 8 is the last one of sorts. And it has three sort of, and you bugger that I want to talk about, which is one, they do a straight up Harry Potter episode where Harry Potter / British gang, sort of like gang film, where they bring back the artist as like, oh, I was an artist, I was undercover, which, even though I love the episode with like British gang, and I just love that because British gangsters, I just love as an idea of a genre. I just hate the idea of like, oh yes, I wasn't an artist, it was all a cover up. Beep, you stupid. You also have the nightmare, which I like as the idea of like blending the nightmare. Plus the breakup being like, they broke up, they had a thing where they broke up. It's like, yep, this is the end. And I like the whole idea of like slowly breaking the group up, slowly breaking apart this sort of group that they've had. And I like that they've given videos, including to one of Cameron who's like, I didn't know him, what? Which is so funny. Yeah. But with the one of the things which I like is including one of the episodes that I did talk about, because all that's in it is basically the detective, I think it's Lassie. Anyway. Always tries to be on him, being like, Sean's not a psychic, even doing a lie detector, even though the lie detector is absolute bullshit and it doesn't work. Doing the whole 9 miles, doing this, that, the other, being like, I will prove that you are not a detective. At the final moment, Sean goes, you know what? You only one person, and I will admit that I'm not a. It's like, you had proof. I think it's one of the things that, like, if they saw each other, it's like, I know, you know, that I'm not telling you. But he does not care. You also have the episode because, like, at a certain point, he becomes the chief and the head. Also, there is a lot to talk about this because the other episode is a little bit shorter than the others. It just basically, they get a new detective and they get a bunch of, like, psychics together and it's like, oh, get it up all the way, do it all the way, go full nuts, and it's just absolutely hilarious. Also, the last thing, which is interesting to talk about, is in a live studio. Which I don't know if they showed all of it. They did kind of look like they cut it a bit. But it's basically, after season 8, there's no more. It's all done. It's all over. It's just interesting. It's fun to look at this sort of show that did 8 seasons. And besides, like, the last episode, it's like 16 episodes per season. Let me just check. Yeah. 16 episodes per season, besides season 8, which only has, technically story-wise, 10. But it's really fun, really dynamic, and always feels fresh. The ideas, even the ones I haven't talked about, are fun, interesting, and overall just amazing and exciting to watch. So yeah, welcome to my free reviews in a way. That's why this is long. Besides season 8, which I surprisingly had way more to talk about than I thought I did. Or season 7, I had a little bit to talk about that. But this is really good. I love it. I find it entertaining. It's just really good. And it is a good way to end it on. So yeah. Whew. I hope you enjoy, I hope you like, and I definitely hope you watch this series, but most importantly, good night.
So yeah. So yeah. It started anyway. So he loses the position. I think I've said this when I talked about season 5. So yeah, that's the last one. That's gonna bump up this whole thing. Ooh. Oh, I need to that. Here's a little bit. Yep, yep. That means 1 when I go up to here. We're still gonna have like a double tomorrow. And on like the 12th. It's also gonna get a double. But because some stuff is happening. some of the time I will try and merge some of it. The other thing I might do is maybe merge Solo season 2, meaning I would get like another room, and I might merge all of Solo because I have even less to talk about Solo. I watched it because like I thought like that'd be interesting while I'm downloading. So like a mute, like I want to watch it. It's like I was like I did the same, and then all of a sudden I thought it was awesome, and then like oh yay. But I merged it because I felt like it'll be a lot less. It'll still be like not as short because it'll be not under 3 minutes. But I still think that's gonna happen. I might also do that tomorrow. Yeah, I might do that because that'd be interesting. Because that'd be the only other season I can merge besides The Simpsons. If I ever rewatch The Simpsons, if I ever collect The Simpsons stuff. But yeah. Okay, so let's go here. Also, I think I just realized it's like with an E or without an E. It's like without an E. Ah, yay. I've been messing it up all this time. No, I haven't. It's just in the tag, which for some reason adds the E. I'm not going to actually change it for any of them besides that one. But yeah, it is really funny. It is really interesting in that sort of way. Oh, free now done. Again, I mentioned how originally I didn't thought I was gonna like this. I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna give a couple of shows I didn't like, the like Crunchyroll sort of thing. But like at the same point, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. That's why like with Solar, it takes a while for me to like watch all of the stuff because overall, I didn't like it. I just was like, besides the wall stuff, which season 1 wall with the Duke loved, thought it was an interesting idea. Season 2, when you go into like the regime turning into less of an evil person, really good. A little bit sad that one person died, revealed he wasn't died, really find that interesting. Season 3, where she comes back and this whole revolution thing and the council, love it. Season 4 with the war. That's the only thing I need to talk about. The alien stuff I don't give a shit about. Like, that's. My bad, it won't work. It did. But yeah, season 4 with like doing the whole thing with the church and all of that stuff. Okay, but it's basically Duke, but not as great in my opinion. And then you have the last bit, which is essentially the other thing, which is where is it? My review, TV series, and then comedy. And then you have the last one, which is basically the only reason why I find that. The only reason why I'm fine with that is because I feel like, yeah, the water thing is basically just to do. But the reason why I like it is because he's constantly being like, well, I'm the good guy here. Like, the Duke was like, do you know what? Unapologetically, I'm not morally bad. For some reason, there is a level of like, he's somewhat being like, I'm moral here. You do realise, say of it as like, oh yeah, I'm just doing it for greed. But you know what I would love if they would have done? Remove all the I'm doing this for good, and then be like, have like the council be like, do you know what, this idea is stupid, right? It's like, yeah, Joey's gonna get the powers. You know what? I don't really care. I'm not gonna be the top dog, but you know what? I'm still gonna be in a pretty wealthy position. He doesn't know how stupid he thinks he is, and do all that like hidden stuff, and like he's not like immoral, because sometimes, and I haven't looked at this, and maybe because there's a season 6 of it, maybe one of the things that they will do and will show, and I feel like would be interesting, is if they show that sort of like idea of like someone's being used as a... We have the new one, which is basically the good guy, the one that's been like the hero through 1, 2, 3. Scott was one of the main figures of the revolution. Was one of the person who questioned when the other member of the revolution tried to kill her, had a child with her, and also at a certain point tried to kill her, and then went back, did all of that stuff. Also, the hallucination episode was weird. But you also have her going again, being part of the council and doing all of that stuff, like setting all of that stuff up. And then you have against the religious cult. And throughout all of this, she has been the hero. She has been the like morally good person throughout all of this, right? And now you're having to deal with her sort of being like, do you know what? Even the garden, like, she originally was like, do you know what? I'm not actually going to deal with this. I'm not going to deal with this. This is not my problem anymore. And at this point, she's like, do you know what? This. None of you can agree on sharing, so I'm going to be in charge of it at this point. Which at this point is like, do you know what? Absolutely fair. Because you've seen people after people just use this as an opportunity to take advantage and to gain something. And now it's like, do you know what? I'm taking control. I'm in charge. You can't play nice? You can't agree on something? Okay. I'm now in charge. Deal with it. And it's like, no, this is not a good idea. You don't know what you're doing. It's like, at this point, who cares? And I like that idea of like, you know what, first down. I tried to be the hero. I tried to be the good guy. But none of you will actually just sit down and actually be good. I tried to set up a council. That didn't work. I tried a revolution. Even before that, that didn't work. I tried putting away the people who were, and even showing you the messed up things that the people are doing, even with the church, and still you don't listen. And like, even with the one thing, like, you know what? I tried even not doing anything, and still I get dragged into this. Do you know what? If you can't deal with this, I'm going to be in charge. And I'm interested in seeing how that actually changed, because she has been on more of a morally good side for all of this entire thing. And what she does now will change everything. It is so interesting. But for now, I hope you enjoyed, and good night.